Weirdlings, it's your friendly neighborhood lizard lady. Everyone knows Harley Quinn, even if you aren't a comic book fan. The costume, the smile, the laugh, it's so ingrained in our collective memories that, though you see a dog in front of you right now, you knew who they were supposed to be. From cartoons to video games, comics, Halloween costumes, and blockbuster movies, she's virtually everywhere. Joker's girlfriend and sidekick, Poison Ivy's ride-or-die turned girlfriend. How does a writer's room suggestion, a soap opera dream sequence, one of the best Batman adaptations ever, and a one-off character become a bisexual icon in a chaotic grease paint-covered persona? Let's get into it. Dr. Harleen Quinzel, better known as Harley Quinn, was a young psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum when she first met Joker. He was her patient. Over the course of their interactions, Harleen starts to form feelings for Joker. He uses her, manipulates her, and gets her to help him escape. This begins one of pop culture's most toxic relationships, one that arguably shouldn't be idolized. But before that, where did Harleen even come from? She was created by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm for Batman the Animated Series in 1992. That's right, she didn't originate in the comics, but the cartoon. In Season 1, Episode 7, Joker's Favor, Dini wrote the episode. Harley Quinn was written as a walk-on role in an animated capacity. She was only intended for one episode, one and done. Much like Joker himself, who appeared in Batman issue number 1. And, like Joker, Harley became a fan favorite and a recurring character, someone we all recognize. Dini, Tim, and everyone involved were surprised by the audience reception and her success. While Dini was mapping out the episode, he wanted to introduce a foil for Joker. If you're like me and don't understand exactly what that means, don't worry, weirdlings, because I looked it up. Okay, fine, I asked ChatGPT. A foil is basically just an opposite, to showcase someone else's personality. It's the straight man and the comedy relief duo. For Joker and Harley, Joker is chaotic, dark, psychotic, and unpredictable. Harley, on the other hand, is playful, bubbly, energetic, and relatively sane. Some other examples are Fred and Barney, The Flintstones, Ethel and Lucy, I Love Lucy, Kay and Jay, Men in Black, and Two-Face and Riddler, Batman Forever, just to name a few. And yes, two of those examples were played by Tommy Lee Jones. He has a very straight man personality, even off set. Just as Jim Carrey, who tried to be friendly with his co-star off the set in a restaurant and was snubbed. Dini thought about giving Joker a henchwoman. He took inspiration from the moles. A mole is a gangster's girlfriend, or female companion. Think Bonnie from Bonnie and Clyde. Then he decided to make her a funny counterpart to Joker, to give them a sort of Punch and Judy relationship. Fun fact, there is a set of minor Batman villains named Punch and Judy. Dini said that she could crack a joke and the henchman would laugh, and the Joker would kind of glare at her. The idea for the character went back to 1991. Dini saw his college friend, Arlene Sorkin, on an episode of the soap opera Days of Our Lives. Sorkin played Calliope Jones Bradford from 1984 to 1990, 1992, 2001, 2006, and 2010. During a wild and crazy time of the series, more paranormal, magical, and off-the-wall than the more grounded in reality episodes Days is known for. During a dream sequence, which Dini saw on a VHS that Sorkin had given him of her favorite Days moments, Sorkin, as Calliope Jones, was in a Harlequin jester-style costume. Dini incorporated Sorkin's mannerisms, snappy, wisecracking, bubbly blonde personality. Sorkin even voiced her. I was surprised by that fact. I thought that Tara Strong had voiced Harley from the beginning, but only started in 2011. Before that, it was all Sorkin. Sorkin spoke in her normal New York accent while putting in a little Yiddish sound. Dini made Harley Jewish, inspired by Sorkin's background. Dini thought of several names, including Columbine, but eventually settled on Harley Quinn. The name comes from Harlequin, which was a character from 16th century Italian physical comedy theater. Not to be confused with the publishing company behind paperback grocery store romance novels that nearly every family in the U.S. has had a copy of one book in their home at some point, probably with Fabio on the cover. The design, Tim made a simplified supervillain version of traditional Harley Quinn attire. The jester hat, ruffle collar, diamond pattern, and domino mask on a red and black bodysuit. The diamonds were strategically placed to make animation easier. Tim took the red and black color scheme from Golden Age Daredevil. Yes, he used the color scheme of a Marvel character to inspire a DC character. After the first episode, Denny wanted to bring Harley back. Tim and another producer, Alan Burnett, were initially reluctant. They thought if Joker had a girlfriend, it would humanize him too much, that it would make Joker less of a serious threat. But it actually, at least in my opinion, has shown a much darker side of Joker. Harley's second appearance was in Season 1, Episode 46, The Laughing Fish, where she became Joker's love interest. Harley continued to appear in more episodes, building on her backstory, her relationship with Poison Ivy, and her skills in gymnastics and psychology. She then was brought into the comics, where the stories got darker, just proving that giving Joker a girlfriend didn't soften him. In fact, one of the most brutal things that Joker did in the comics, not related to the Bat family that is, was when Joker skinned a man alive who disrespected Harley. He also physically and mentally abused Harley. In the Injustice story arc, Harley tells Dinah Lance, Black Canary, who is pregnant at the time with Oliver Queen, Green Arrow's baby, that Harley and Joker have a baby. But knowing the kind of man that Joker is, Harley hid the pregnancy, gave birth in secret, and then gave the baby to her sister to raise. When Harley came back, Joker didn't even acknowledge that she had been gone. When Harley finally left Joker for the more emotionally stable Poison Ivy, he rampaged, proving, once again, that he most likely has narcissistic personality disorder, or something similar. Harley is one of the most iconic characters in comic book history, and if it wasn't for a friend's role in a soap opera, we wouldn't have her. Sleep well, weirdlings, and as Harley says, sometimes the only way to stay sane is to go a little crazy.